Hi, and welcome to another Green Party Exposed video. I'm having to jump on and do season 2 a lot earlier than what I originally planned, due to there's a lot more of these vile people being exposed, and obviously I thought there was going to be a bit more of a gap, but obviously, unfortunately, I've got to bring you this because obviously the mainstream media doesn't get onto this. They only expose the couple on our side that spill out now and again. So obviously we've got to bring you this because obviously they do need to be seen. So without further ado, let's show you this bundle of people that need to be seen, because obviously if we don't expose them, no one else will, because you won't see them on the likes of Sky News, you won't see them on BBC, you won't see them on any of the left-wing media, because they don't care. They'd prefer them to stay in place. So let's get going. So here's the first one. It's shocking Green Party candidate Heidi Cornish stood in court as a character witness for a double unaliver, Luke DeWitt, and told jurors he was a good sense of right and wrong. Obviously, she's deluded. DeWitt put stuff in an elderly couple, Callum Stephen Baxter, with fentanyl, and faked their wills to steal everything. So obviously he is a vile person, not the person she's making out. And obviously he was sentenced to a minimum of 37 years in March 2024, so a couple of years ago. Cornish, who is known him for 14 years via Mercer Carnival, gushed that he loves to be involved but where people need him. Yes, in certain bad ways, obviously, to unalive people by the sounds of it. She is a Green Party candidate, surprise, surprise, for Mercer and Pyfleet ward in Colchester local elections on Thursday, the 7th of May 2026. So Greens haven't distanced themselves from her. Considering all these altercations, they still want her to be their councillor. It just makes you think, and obviously this is where it gets worse. The victim's family is horrified. Colchester residents, is this the judgment you want on your council? Because you think she'll make similar judgments when she's a councillor, or if she's a councillor. Fingers crossed she doesn't become a councillor, because she's a vile individual. So obviously I do have further information, because obviously this story was fully exposed by the Mail. So obviously the first bit obviously is all the same. And it does say the court found the IT worker had used illegal substances on Mrs. Baxter 64 and the husband 61, and he had planted the fake will in their house. So obviously complete vile individual, and he had made him a director at the couple's shower mat firm. So obviously he tried to get completely in there. So you can see how vile this individual was, and she was the supporter of this person, thinking he was a complete nice man. You can tell he's not a nice looking dude. There's the couple. So sad that they got unalived by him. And obviously the Baxters' daughter Ellie told the Mail yesterday that she was surprised to learn that Mrs. Cornish was a candidate in her late parents' town. She said, "I don't know her personally, but I was shocked to see that I must say." One of the unalived couple's neighbours said, "Mrs. Cornish, I could not trust her judgment now. It was her opinion, and she got it wrong completely. She shouldn't have done that, because what she stood by now, no one can trust her. It's completely irrelevant." So that's basically how it goes, because obviously if the link is on the Mail on Sunday, and sorry, not the Mail on Sunday, but the Mail's website, and obviously it's clearly there. I shall just quickly show you that on there. It's 1 second. So as you can see, that's the couple, that's him, her, and the full story is on the Mail. So we've got that. And then we move on to the next story, which is this vile individual, a Green candidate again, another candidate as well this time. So it's a candidate for Tadley North, Kingsclear and Baghurst, shared a vile post on Facebook, which is an instant no, you don't go doing this, because this everyone can see, and obviously people would instantly turn against you. So he recently terrorised a Reform UK volunteer online, which is not fair and not and honestly you should not be doing, calling her racist when clearly we know there's anti-Semitics in his party and racist within their party, so you can't really be flipping that coin, and scaring her from delivering leaflets. Bullying and celebrating the unaliving of anyone should be condemned by everyone. So here's the posts so you can see them. So put delivering by hand, people can see you out and about delivering that racist crap. Shame on you. Well, can't that same be said about green leaflets? Because all they're delivering on is Gaza, Palestine, not relevant in this country. And then obviously this is the other post which I wholly condemn. I'm so proud of Charlie Kirk's growth. It's been almost a month since he said anything racist. He never physically said anything racist, by the way. So obviously this vile individual should have been struck off by the Greens. Again, he won't, because they stand by this sort of thing, because they're a vile party, and again, they love it. The next one. Green Councillor Asher Borra from Stoneygate, Leicester, openly backs Hamas. Supporter Majid Freeman. On day one of his tea trial, Freeman stands charged with encouraging tea and supporting the banned Hamas via social media. Boris IG Solidarity hails him as a courage builder. Again, he shouldn't be doing this if he's in that sort as a councillor. Per judge demands best jury shares court rally posters. The radical green extremist in our councils. So again, he should be. There's another green one that should be struck off, and we should be getting a by-election. But again, nothing's being done. So as it says, prominent Muslim activist Majid Freeman faces trial over support for prescribed groups, but I bet nothing's being done. And again, why isn't Zach Polanski standing up for this? Because he doesn't care. And you can see all the evidence is there to speak. So that's that one. And then we go to the next one, which does have a video, which I will play for you in a minute. So, she is a member of the London Green Party Committee and a candidate in Croydon. So again, this is another one I advise. If you are living in Croydon, do not vote for this vile woman. Why should the Greens seek council seats? Because doing this is a direct action without breaking the law, which I think needs to take this loophole out, and diverting British money to Palestinians. It is sickening, I completely agree. Just go to do that. So you can make sure the volume's up for this video for you, because obviously you need to be able to hear it. And then
I'm here in Westminster as part of a Palestine protest. Now, if you
obviously, surprise, they live on these protests.
Care about Palestine, you want to be part of direct action without the risk of breaking the law, then join the Green Party, stand as a Green councillor in next year's May 2026 elections, and we can divest millions every councillor at a time. Please get in contact with the Green Party, join the Green Party.
But what she's not thinking is this money is needed within the UK, not over there. This country is on its knees. They don't think.
and us as Muslim Greens can start helping to divest as much money as possible. And even if you're not Muslim and you care about the people of Palestine and you care about British money and British taxes going towards killing innocent people, get involved. Stand as a local councillor, do good for your local community, and divest millions from the hands of people who like to murder innocent people. Thank you.
Again, it's more trying to brainwash people, especially the youngsters that'll get involved with this sort of thing. She knows what she's doing. Again, a dangerous, dangerous individual. Then we've got this next one, which is Green Party candidate Feda Shahin, claims Zionists unalive 20 million Christians in the Bolshevik area, with 480 of the 500 committee members being Zionists. She called Epstein Island a Zionist HQ and says Israel sucks the blood of Palestinian children. So she's another vile candidate. Look at that face. If you're in Bournemouth, Central, Westbourne and Westcliff, do not vote for this witch, because obviously she does not deserve a council seat. She shouldn't even be in a party, let alone. It's wrong. And obviously I do have further information on this person. So obviously I will get that information up for you now. Just bear with us 1 second. There we go. So we've got that. So you can see obviously why she does look awful. But here we go. So all that first bit, and then obviously found my hometown, then Tory MP Tobias Elwood in February 2024. The Palestinian Solidarity Movement, a local Bournemouth-based activist group. Again, I think that needs to be banned. About 80 people to mass outside an MP's house after dark, chanting, "Tobias Elwood, you can't hide, you signed up for a G-side." Elwood said, "Advertising my private address to mobilise an aggressive, intimidating rally at an MP's property, for me, is a step too far." Correct, she should not be doing that. She should be arrested and locked up, is how I see it. Because MPs cannot be fair game to be directly attacked in this way. The Palestine Solidarity Movement also picketed Ellswood as he went about other business in town, calling him a war criminal. Again, I think this is a step too far. And obviously, when they go on to being a SMEX offender on Jeffrey Epstein's island, they have no proof about all this, and I think she needs to be stripped of what she is, and obviously kicked out of the party. But they won't, because the Greens love this sort of thing, and I just don't understand. The Greens are just indoctrinated in this side of things, and thousands of these are going to be coming out over the next month or so, and it's just I fear for what's going on. So that's that one. So we'll go on to the next one for you, because there's plenty more of these vile characters that's always going to be coming out. The next one here is links to Hezbollah. Green Party aspiring candidate, or supposedly aspiring candidate Zach Khan, is aboard the flotilla. In a leaked G4P flotilla group chat, Green Party candidate Zach Khan from Rushmor, Farnborough in West proudly announces he has just completed cultural training. Yeah, just what we wanted. So the aspiring Green candidate received and completed 6 hours immersed in the Palestinian way of life and history taught by the Palestinians and Taigo Avila. So the flotilla participants remember to humanize Palestinians when they arrive in Gaza. What a wonderful person, not. But Tiago Avila, the Brazilian flotilla organizer, is the same activist who was personally invited by the Hezbollah to Hassan Nasrallah's funeral in Beirut, publicly called the deceased Hezbollah T chief a martyr and martyred saint, global inspiration, and historic leader who defeated the Zionist entry multiple times. Claimed he met Nasrallah at 19 and was deeply inspired by him. Makes him a wonderful person. Yes. Hezbollah is proscribed tea organisation in the UK, so it says it all. Full ban since 2019, so again he shouldn't be supporting it, should he? Supporting or attending events to honour its leader is highly controversial. Again, and the Greens love these sorts of people. So Zach Khan joined the Green Party specifically because of its strong pro-Palestinian position. Surprise, surprise. And is using his candidacy to seek parliamentary protection for the flotilla participants. I'm sorry, it just looks further and further more of a joke. And then the Green Party candidate receiving culture training from unknown Hezbollah admirer while sailing on a controversial Gaza flotilla just weeks before local elections. This raises serious questions about extremism, vetting, and what kind of representatives the Green Party is putting forward. Deputy Leader Mothin Ali is also a participant of this group chat, and obviously there's a link to the Daily Wire, which I will open up for you and show you this full link as well. 1 second. This one's an important one for you. For you all to see. Because it says it's Greta Thunberg's Brazilian flotilla buddy attended obviously the funeral. And obviously, as you can see, that's him there. And it's wrong that he's been linked with this, especially. Oh, sorry, I can only show you a little bit of it because obviously it's a paid one. But obviously, he shouldn't have been above it. It says Avila is currently on board the Madeline 59-foot boat carrying Thunberg. And obviously, you know she's a little thug too. And obviously, why is he on board that boat when it's causing a lot of trouble? And then obviously we've got a couple more that we need to go through. Well, one more we got to go through. We're setting that one up ready for the next one. So, okay, get rid of that. There we go. That's him. Oh, you can see his messages there. And then we've got, so, anti-Semitism scandal, candidate readmitted. So he's been put back in the party. Surprise, surprise, because they don't seem to have a conscience within the Green Party. So Joe Belcher, now Green candidate for Rushall-Sheffield in Walsall, 7th of May 2026. Again, he shouldn't be a candidate at all. He claimed the ISIS was run by a Mossad agent, suggested that Israel and Hamas leaders conspired on the October 7th attacks. I think it's just delusional for financial gain. This happened before Zach Palancey's leadership rise, now fully back in the fold, surprise, surprise, under the new leadership standing for election. Such a dodgy fella. And obviously you can see that, and I'll bring you up the full story now. So, as you can see from the screen, that's his profile, and with the picture they link into. So, the election candidate is made but in an anti-Semitic row today over social media, post claiming the Islamic T group was run by the Israeli intelligence agency Mossad. It's just all the same stuff you're seeing, and obviously there's his posts. It's just, why are they letting all these candidates come in and stay in? It's just a pure joke. So So I'm allowing you to see the evidence, because you say reading it all, but I can put links to it. There's the other IRGC member, which is Nothing Ali, another vile individual, which there'll be more information coming out about him before too long. So it's just pure hatred, vileness within this Green Party. It's just, will it ever end? My question to that is probably not. And then the last story we've got today is this one. Is Zach Polanski's radical green cult is in full panic, desperately axing their own deranged agenda, scrapping the monarchy. Oh yeah, fantastic, we lose billions of pounds because of that, because he's an idiot. Outlawing private landlords. So you're not allowed to own multiple properties and rent out because you've made multiple amounts of money because you've earned it, and you've bought multiple amounts of property and you're renting it out to make yourself a bit of money into your retirement. I don't understand. It's Marxist rent control. It's stupid, and you're doing it because you're trying to help yourself into retirement. And also hammering motorway speeds down to 55 miles per hour. Again, he has no idea what he's doing, because the slower you make the roads, the worse traffic problems are. It doesn't help the environment, it doesn't help anything, it just makes things worse. And after flooding Britain with anti-car tyranny, royal witch hunts, and social property seizures, the eco-woke nightmare is collapsing under public outrage. Voters are waking up. Britain says no to green madness. So remember, do not vote for this clown's party. So all I can say is, yes, this video is a bit longer than normal for the Green Party Exposed, but we have to get through a lot more, give you a bit more information, because obviously we need to expose this vile green madness. So this is the end of season 2, episode 1. Obviously, as soon as I have more and I can get episode 2 out, I will do. But again, please like, share and subscribe to these videos, and I will get more out to you as soon as possible. Thank you. Goodbye.